Dreams do not have a filter that your normal, polite, waking self puts up.
Welcome to the hidden meaning of dreams with Sweet Georgia Pam.
It does matter what the dreamer themselves associates with those things that come up in the dream.
Spiritual director, dream expert, author, and educator, Sweet Georgia Pam is here to remind us that dreams are the answer. They're always with you. They know you better than you know yourself, and they're always trying to tell you the truth.
There's some back and forth here between you and some awareness.
And now your host, Melissa Carter.
Would you like to recall your dreams? Well, there's a free guide at sweetgeorgiapam.com where Sweet Georgia Pam is helping you do that. That's our hub. I'm Melissa Carter. This is Sweet Georgia Pam. She's on social media, Sweet Georgia Pam. You can DM her anywhere, including TikTok. How are you, love?
Hey, brilliant friend. I'm so good.
Good.
I'm so good.
Well, there's a reason I brought up TikTok. Now, there's a lot of people who may not be on TikTok. That's okay. We talk about it because it seems that Pam has a huge following on TikTok. And I love the fact that they have given us so many dreams to use on the show. She's everywhere else as well, but
look, I do play on social media. And if you are on any of the social media, well, actually not really TikTok and Instagram, like come say hi and let me know that you're out there in the world because I love to be in those places. Or if there's another social media that we're missing, please let us know because
Absolutely.
my niece is the one that got me on TikTok. She was like, Aunt Pam, if you really want to dream people, you need to be on TikTok. I was like, okay. And then I did. And it's been magical.
and it's blown up. Well, I just love TikTok. I enjoy being a voyeur on TikTok more than I need to, I guess, start doing something on there. But anyway, but you are. And there is a listener, a viewer on TikTok who has a dream for us. And we don't, out of privacy, we don't give the handles on our show because TikTok is all ages. So we want to make sure that we protect the innocent. She says, can never find my car in my dreams and spend way too much time looking for it or having to walk to destination. Meaning, ? So another car. We've done cars before, but I don't know if we've ever done where you couldn't find the car.
Yep. Okay. So, and there's a couple of other details like spend way too long looking, end up walking. Right. Like there's a little bit more we can unpack. And that's what, dreams are that way. Like they're so individualized and generic enough that we can talk about them, the symbolism. So car we've talked about before is like the way you see yourself moving through life. It's kind of like your hard shell persona. It's it's like a protective layer of how you get around, right? So that could be how you identify yourself. If your labels are like, I'm a lawyer, that's like a hard outer shell. That might be Lincoln in your dream, like, or whatever. So there are lots of things when it comes to cars that you can look at as a representation of how you see yourself moving through life. So is it a new car? Is it, are you not driving? Are you the one driving the car or is somebody else driving the car? Like who's in control of your persona? Those kinds of things. So in this case, we've lost the car. Can't get back to it. And I actually have those recurring dreams as well. That's one of my recurring ones is that I can't find my car in the parking deck. So not being able to get back into your car is about having experienced some level of vulnerability in waking life and not being able to re-secure your identity inside that shell again. Okay. Like I've lost a little bit of my protection and it's also slowing me down. I've lost my four wheels. I've lost my engine that's going to get me moving forward again towards whatever my goals are in life. It's almost like for some reason, this image just popped into my head about like pulling over to the side of the road to get out and see the view. Like the Ferris Bueller's Day Off, like what is the thing he says? If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it.
Exactly.
So if you do that in waking life, if you take the time to slow down and do something for yourself or whatever, it might show up in a dream as you can't find your car again because maybe in waking life, you're having trouble getting back on track, so to speak. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the other parts of this dream are telling. If this were my dream, they would be telling for me to say, I'm spending way too much time. I'm wasting time looking. Like maybe in waking life, I need some help getting back on track.
Okay.
Career goals, whatever it is. I've stopped to look around and I need some help to get back on track because I'm actually spending way too much time walking around. And then I end up walking, which is a much slower way to reach your goals than driving.
Mm-hmm. Well, it can also mean, could it also mean focus, right? So let's say my identity, I don't know, would I know my identity in my car? But I something else I thought is that in doing so, getting slower to your goal, looking around like you've kind of lost your focus on whatever that goal is.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that for sure. Like you've lost your focus. Maybe you haven't lost your destination.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know where you're headed when you get back to your car, but you can't find the car to get back there. So you're just dilly-dallying, because that's the term that popped into my head.
That is so funny you say, because I said that to my son. My son is 8 years old, and I said that to him the other day, and he goes, "What are you talking about?" Because I forget that children, they're learning this language. I'm like, well, where the hell did I learn dilly-dally? I'm like, well, that's from my mother and probably from her mother, and like that's so old school. But you're right. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, like my Meemaw says dilly-dally. So that would be the meaning for that dream if I had it. That would be like, I'm clearly dilly-dallying.
Quit dilly-dallying. My son, like, oh God. Well,
and I'm trying he's
not quite at the age yet where he makes fun of my age. But the words like that will definitely put him in a car for a faster ride to make fun of his mother if I tell him not to dilly-dally.
Yeah. So, but just to get back to the car for a minute, for all of our listeners, when you're coming across this, you can ask those questions of yourself. Like if you have a car show up in your dream or you're trying to get back to your car in your dream, then what are the descriptors for your car? What are those things? What are the words you would use to describe your car that you're trying to get back to? And that will help you identify what that persona is that you are trying to regain access to.
I love it. Well, and that's something for her to focus on if she ever has that dream, because this is a great reminder that if you have missed any episodes of our podcast, we have covered so many topics. It's a great time to go and find the one about cars and what it means for different scenarios within the car, right? So that's what the last podcast about cars is about. And now this one is about being outside the car.
Yeah, I'm glad that you keep track of that stuff. I just do not remember. Not that I don't remember our show. Our show is fantastic. But let me clarify.
You know where you are. No, I would love to jump in and say that is the beauty of what Pam. So Pam I don't tell Pam ahead of time about some of these dreams that we're going to cover, right? So it's not like you sit and prep and just all of a sudden come with prepared statements. Like this is how a session would be where she has not heard these things, and then she's coming from her heart and from her instinct on what she interprets these dreams to be. So I can understand why you don't remember our show.
What we said about those things.
My name's Melissa.
This is my problem. When people are like, "Oh, I've been listening," or "I heard what you said about cars." I'd be like, "What did I say?" What if what I say now is different from that?
Well, it's almost like channeling. But no, you seriously, if you have a dream like this and you want to go deeper into it, like if you want to share what the goal is, and does this mean that, let's say you're a student and you're trying to get that degree, or you're trying to decide what you're going to get the degree in, or you're older and you're trying to switch career, or whatever it is, there's a way that your dreams are trying to help you heal whatever it is that is maybe standing in your way or enhance what is going right. So that's one of the things I'm learning from Pam is that dreams are there to help you. They're not just for entertainment, even though they can be very entertaining. SweetGeorgiaPam.com is the website where you can sign up for one of these sessions with Pam. And again, on social media, Sweet Georgia Pam, go ahead and DM her. And if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a description of your dream in the comments. Or comment about what you're feeling about what she just said. We want to hear from you. Please talk to us.
Yeah, say some words. I'm using Pam words, but please use your own words and let's have a discussion.
Absolutely. All right, Pam, my love, thank you.
Thank you. Sweet dreams, everybody.
The content in this podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Pam Muller is not a licensed mental health professional. If you or someone you know suffers from severe, persistent nightmares, please seek medical help.